people I work with coming up and asking me about the show again. Just yesterday, I was, one of the people I work with even asking me, where are they going from at the beginning? Are they screening all the classic episodes? When does favourite Doctor turn up? In this particular case, he was asking after Pertwee. And yeah, considering that up until about 6 months ago, when you mentioned Doctor Who to someone, they'd most likely say, "Oh, I remember that show. I remember the tall, curly-haired guy with the scarf." And now that the ABC is bringing it back from cable retirement home, and people get to see it again, and people who weren't around when the series was first aired, they get to see it, and hopefully they see. That's how I got into watching the show, and it's evidently possible that the series will stay in the public memory for at least until 45th, if not even 50th anniversary, just from the sheer exposure. There's also the new content, the webcasts you mentioned, the audio productions, the fan productions. They satisfy the need for new material, original material, and considering that most if not all of fan audio materials we do and other groups have done has been almost purely and solely for the love of the show, that can only be a good thing, that it won't vanish completely.
Actually, that was probably the biggest surprise this year. Not that we lasted 5 years. I think we've sort of gradually come to the comfortable realisation that, yeah, we're here for a while. But the way the 40th anniversary is being celebrated really, really shocked me. I honestly figured that all the doomsayers, yourself included from 5 years ago, said the 40th anniversary is going to be a bit of a blip, only the die-hard fans will celebrate, everyone else will be off, I don't know, loving Star Trek or whatever, or actually getting real lives. I did not think it would be this big. When I heard that the book range was being halved this year, I thought, right, that's stage one in the perpetual halving of it. When nothing kept turning up and all we got was bloody Captain Pugwash animation on Sharda on the internet, and that was about it. I thought, yep, this is going to be the be-all and end-all of Doctor Who. We're going to have all the unused scripts, and we're going to have Captain Pugwash animation. But to have now a fully animated new story with a new Doctor, with the potential for a new series, to have the wide variety of spin-off material that we've got, to have all the fan enthusiasm coming up with all these different sort of variations on Doctor Who, it's been most impressive. I've been very happy with the way the anniversary has been turning out. And we got Graham Gardner and Bill Oddie in Doctor Who, so that's fantastic.
I mean, I remember sitting, when at the 30th, sitting down when the 30th, of course I stood during some point in that year, but I remember sitting down at one point during the 30th anniversary and just thinking, my God, it's 30 years. And there was a lot of rumour and scuttlebutt at the time that we wouldn't have a 40th. And at the time we all thought, oh, yeah, we mightn't, because the show's been off the air now for a few years. There's a lot of rumours about Steven Spielberg bringing it back with David Hasselhoff as the Doctor and Pamela Anderson, his companion, and no one sort of knew where we were going to go. And so there was a lot of thought at the time that, yeah, 30th anniversary is great, we got that really big piece of shite, Dimensions in Time, we won't get anything for the 40th. And suddenly this year started off very sedate. We knew that we were getting Zagreus from Big Finish, and we thought, oh great, Doctors 5, 6, 7 and 8 together in an audio adventure. But then as the year's gone on, we've had so many more big announcements. We've had the Richard E. Grant animated series now coming out, which is going to be on the internet, BBC Two, DVD. We've got the monumentous decision for the ABC to do the Go to Woe repeat season over the next 3 years. So that was a huge decision, that just piece of news that just came completely out of left field and no one expected it. And so it's just absolutely amazing what we're getting as fans. I think to compare the 40th anniversary to the 30th anniversary, it absolutely shits all over it. And I think that it really just shows that there is life in the Doctor and will continue hopefully for the 50th and beyond.
Well, I'm not a big Doctor Who fan myself, but the 40 years is definitely a big thing. I mean, not many other TV shows have been going for 40 years and still have a huge fan base that Doctor Who does. So there's definitely some success there with the Doctor. It's huge, it's staggering, and I know that people nowadays, they're hearing about the 40th anniversary, they're still coming along going, oh wow, it's coming back, we get to see all the episodes again. So it definitely has not gone away in the 40 years the Doctor's been around. So yeah, it's definitely a very big thing. The 40 years is really, it's a big thing, but I think for the 50th, it'll be even bigger. So, but yeah, big 40.
I think that's the interesting thing. You start off with this sort of thing. You sort of think, well, I'm doing this for me. And that's what we're all doing. We're just doing it because we want to do it. And it's just a byproduct that we offer to other people to experience, most so that we could get critique back and find out critically from other people. And unfortunately, it's harder to get that than we first anticipated. So I think it's fascinating that we've found that, yes, we're obviously doing something right. If people are saying, hey, we like your stuff, and then they class themselves as BTR fans.
Then there was a fan page actually made about BTR, the group itself, and there was a bit about me, and it seems to be that everyone was really taking a shine to Guy and thinking, oh great, here's a smart-ass character that makes me laugh, and he's really good for the stories, he's good for the Doctor. But yeah, it's just, I didn't really expect to get a fan base at all. I was just doing it for the love of acting and everything, so it's good to know that people actually do enjoy the work that I'm doing, and so kind of an ego boost, but it's all good, yeah.
I think it's just fascinating that people are actually following the adventures, and I know with the recent Watcher arc, that a lot of people in the lead up to the release of Ouroboros Heart have been saying, oh, when's it coming out, we have to know what's going on, we have to know. And I thought, oh my goodness, we've done it, we've cracked it. We have managed to construct a story arc that people were actually excited to know. We got to the cliffhanger at the end of part 3 of Sahul Continuum, and people were like, you can't stop there! We have to know what comes next! Guys just plugged some doohickey into the TARDIS and sent it off to God knows where, and people had to wait. They thought, oh my god, what's going on? And I thought that was the moment I realised, we've cracked it, we've done it, we've hit that magic note that so few fan media production teams have hit.
I think we always wanted the Doctor Who adventures to be capped at some point, to be limited. Originally we were going to do 3 seasons. Sounds like from what Matt was saying earlier before that, we were just really hoping to get 2 stories out. But yeah, we sort of, like I looked forward and thought, well, what can we do? Okay, we're sort of planning season 2 right now. How about we do like this idea for season 3 and this idea for season 3 as well. Oh, and you know, those 5 other ideas for season 3. And then it sort of expanded a bit because we got other ideas coming in, so we thought, well, hey, let's slot in another season in the middle there, and it became 4 seasons. So it was always going to be finite. After that, I don't see us actually stopping, unless we really want to, but I don't see us consciously stopping because the end of the master plan has arrived. We've got a lot of original material that we're developing at the moment. We have a couple of other fan projects, the Blake's Legacy and the Tripods trilogy, which of course is very finite. But we've also got Beyond Traditional Recognition, we've got Sprinkle of Stardust, we've got a few other things that are sort of slightly in development that we're looking at the feasibility of carrying on with. So there's always going to be, I suppose there's always going to be projects that have no specific end in sight that we can work on after that, and keep going until our arms and legs drop off, or until we all decide to commit sideways or whatever, or commit sideways because of the stress, because of the pressure. Or perhaps we just all get middle-aged and lumbered in office jobs and really don't feel like having any social lives anymore because we're sad old farts and we don't want to. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. We've got enough creatively oriented types at the heart of BTR, and I mean, this extends out right the way through BTR. All of our cast and crew are highly creative types. We all have a great enthusiasm for it. I think it's something we'll always love to do, even if it's just as a hobby.
We're nowhere near winding this thing up, I feel. It's definitely got a hell of a lot more legs to it. And now it's even developing a fan base, not only here in Australia, but overseas. And we're beginning to work with other fan groups in co-productions. That can only be a good thing. We have new material to work with. We have more to do, basically.
Well, for BTR, I think with the 40th anniversary coming up, the fan audios for Doctor Who and everything like that it'll become huge, because people go, oh great, there's Doctor Who again, let's see what we can find on the net. They'll find all the fan sites that do the audios, the videos, all the fan films and everything.
No, I didn't honestly think we'd still be here in 2003. And the fact that we've now expanded from fan audios to doing Beyond Traditional Recognition, Sprinkle of Stardust, original short films. We're now branching out into stage plays, books. I just can't believe what we're doing. And I honestly think that it will continue. There's no doubt about it. As long as we've got the dedicated people that we've got working with us now, and we really do have a terrific bunch of people working here, and I think that's what's keeping it alive, is the dedication and the enthusiasm and the inspiration from all the cast, crew, writers, everyone have just said, yes, let's embrace let's embrace what we're doing and run with it, and we have for 5 years. And I think at least there's another 5 years in it. I'd hate to be told in 2008 that I was wrong, that what I said now was load of old bunkum, but I'd like to think that in 2008 I'm sitting, maybe not physically here again, but I'm able to sit down in front of a camera and say, can't believe we've been going for 10 years, let's see if there's another 10 years in her.
Can you tell us what's to come after that? Have people any major surprises?
I can tell you that what's to come after that is a lot of major surprises. We are twisting and turning. We have definitely planned our way right through to the end of our proposed run of Doctor Who, which is looking to be 4 seasons at the moment. We've got things interweaving between the audios and the films and everything, and it's hard to give too much away without giving too much away, if you take my meaning, but there are going to be big things ahead, and certainly it's a good idea to pay attention now, because that's going to be extremely helpful when the big things come along.
I for one would love to see just how much further we can go.
I don't think anyone particularly wants there to be an end in sight. It's so enjoyable.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of seasons left in Guy, so as long as they don't kill me off, hint hint, don't kill me off. But no, I think because there's the fan base there, and Guy is a really popular character, as you say, so I think there's a lot more in the future for them, so it'll be interesting to see where they take it.